Today we're looking at something really quite practical, I think. How tiny differences, really, in how we talk can give, well, totally different impressions.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
You got these examples, right? Interview questions about a hometown. And we're going to compare the sort of lower scoring ones, they call it band 5, with the really high scoring ones, band 8, 9.
Exactly. And think of this as like understanding the nuts and bolts of good communication by looking at these answers side by side.
Yeah.
We can see what makes a response just, basic versus one that's really clear, detailed, and actually kind of engaging.
Right. And the idea isn't just about interviews, is it? It's sort of broader than that.
Oh, absolutely. It's about how we make ourselves understood, how we connect,
Right.
really, in all sorts of situations. So we've got the questions, we've got the answers. Let's dive in.
Let's do it. Okay, first question, dead simple. Where is your hometown?
Okay.
And the band 5 answer.
Yeah.
My hometown small. In Ireland, near sea. Okay,
Sure.
straight away what hits me is just how little information there is. It's like, bullet points almost.
It really is. And the missing words, right, like it makes the sentences feel broken, incomplete.
Yeah.
And near sea, well, Ireland has a lot of coast. It's just too vague. Doesn't help you picture it at all.
Leaves way too much work for the listener.
Totally. Now contrast that with the band 8-9 answer.
Okay, this one says, my hometown is a quiet coastal village in southwest Scotland. It is called Portmill and is located about 90 minutes away from the nearest city.
See the difference? It's huge.
Like day.
You immediately get a sense of the place. Quiet coastal village that sets a scene. Southwest Scotland location. Portmill, the actual name.
And even the distance from a city, that gives context.
Exactly. And the grammar's smooth, the prepositions in, about, away from are all correct. It just flows.
So the first big takeaway seems to be about, well, being specific and just using proper grammar makes a massive difference for clarity.
Without a doubt. Specificity and structure.
Okay, question 2. What do you like about it? Band 5 response. It is nice. I like sea and trees. It's pretty.
Nice. Pretty. Sea. Trees.
Very basic words, aren't they?
Yeah.
And saying it pretty, it sounds a bit unnatural maybe.
Yeah, it does sound a bit off, yeah. And it's telling, not showing. We hear they like it, but we don't feel it. There's no richness.
No detail to grab onto.
Right. Now, the band 8-9 answer.
This one says, I really enjoy the natural surroundings. The area is full of green hills and overlooks a calm bay, which makes it an incredibly peaceful place to unwind.
Ah, now that paints a picture.
Doesn't it just?
Yeah.
Natural surroundings, green hills, calm bay. You can almost see it.
You can. And that phrase, peaceful place to unwind, that connects the place to an actual feeling and experience. It's much more evocative.
So it's about using descriptive words, bringing it to life a bit more.
Precisely. Moving beyond just listing things to actually describing them and their effect.
Makes sense. Okay, next. What do you not like about it? The
Yeah.
flip side. Band 5. It boring. Only 2 shops. Nothing fun. Short and sharp.
Very direct, but again, boring and nothing fun are super vague.
Yeah, what's boring to one person?
Exactly. And while only 2 shops is a specific point, the overall impression is just flat. It lacks any real nuance.
Okay, let's hear the band 8-9 take. Sometimes it feels a bit too quiet because there are not many things to do. Apart from a small cafe and one local event hall, options are very limited during the winter.
Now, that's more like it.
You see the difference straight away.
Yeah, you get specific examples supporting the too quiet feeling, the cafe, the event hall. That makes the opinion much more concrete.
And mentioning during the winter adds a condition, doesn't it? It's not always like that.
Right, it adds nuance. And starting with sometimes it feels softens it too. It's not just a blunt complaint, it's a balanced observation.
So specific examples really back up your points and make them more convincing.
Absolutely. They add weight and credibility.
Question 4. How often do you visit your hometown? Band 5 gives us.
I go one time. I busy. FR.
3 separate statements. Yeah, kind of disconnected. One time, when, once ever, once a year.
You have no idea. And busy, okay, this could be reasons, but there are no connecting words like because or so. It feels choppy.
Very choppy. Now, the band 8-9 response. I normally go back once or twice a year, especially during holidays. I wish I could visit more often, but my schedule is quite packed these days.
Much smoother, clear time frame, once or twice a year, during holidays.
These days gives that present context, too.
Exactly. And the linking words especially, but make it flow naturally. Plus, that little personal touch I wish I could visit more often.
Yeah, makes them more relatable.
It does. It adds a bit of sincerity. So context, time references, linking ideas, maybe a personal touch, all make it more engaging.
Got it. Okay, halfway through. Question 5. What is the oldest part of your hometown?
Ooh, history.
Band 5. Old castle? Broken now, people go look. The absolute basics.
Pretty much like reading keywords off a sign. Old, broken, people look. Yeah, no real description, no sense of its importance or interest beyond the fact it's old and broken. And again, the grammar's very minimal.
Now, the band 8-9 answer sounds quite different.
Yep.
There is an ancient stone tower on a hill that dates back to the 12th century. Even though it is partly in ruins now, many people still visit to enjoy the view.
Ah, see? Ancient stone tower on a hill, you can picture it.
And the specific detail, 12th century, that adds real weight.
Definitely. It gives it historical significance. And the contrast, even though it is partly in ruins, many people still visit, adds a layer of interest. It tells a small story.
So historical facts, and again, just more vivid language, make it way more interesting.
Absolutely. Transforms a simple landmark into something more compelling.
Okay, question 6. Do many people visit your town? Band 5. Yes, people come. Summer only, for relax.
New words again.
Very much so. We get the gist, yes, in summer to relax, but it's so bare bones.
It lacks fluency. The sentences don't connect properly. It doesn't really convey how popular it is or why. Beyond relax.
Right. Compare with Band 8-9. Yes, especially in summer. Tourists come to hike in the nearby hills or relax by the sea. It has become more popular recently thanks to social media.
Okay, much better. We get the timing, especially in summer. We get specific reasons: hiking, relaxing by the sea.
And that last bit is interesting thanks to social media.
Yeah, that adds a really relevant contemporary angle. It shows awareness of current trends affecting the town. It connects the what, more visitors, to a potential why.
So linking cause and effect and maybe mentioning relevant trends adds real depth.
Definitely adds depth and shows a bit more analytical thinking.
Number 7. Is there any way your hometown could be made better? Band 5. Town is good, but road is bad. Need fix.
Good, but bad. Simple.
Very simple. It identifies an issue, roads, but bad, and need fix are, again, pretty vague.
No detail on what's bad about them or how they should be fixed. It's a very surface-level suggestion.
All right, the Band 8-9 approach. Overall, it is a lovely place to live, but the road conditions definitely need attention. Some streets are full of potholes, and it causes problems, especially in winter.
Now, that feels like a much more considered answer.
Yeah, it starts with a positive balance. Overall, it is a lovely place.
Right. Acknowledging the good before getting to the criticism. That's often a good strategy.
And the criticism itself is specific road conditions, potholes.
And it explains the impact it causes problems, especially in winter. That gives the criticism context and justification. It's constructive.
So balancing the good and bad and being specific about problems and their effects.
Shows a more thoughtful evaluation for sure.
Okay, question 8. How has your hometown changed over the years? Band 5. More houses now, more people. Not same.
More, not same.
Yeah, list changes but doesn't explain much. Not same. Well, how? Better, worse, just different.
Exactly. No time frame, no real explanation of the impact of these changes. Very general.
Let's hear Band 8-9. My hometown has grown a lot over the past decade. There are new housing areas and more shops, which makes it feel less traditional than before.
Okay, straight away, over the past decade gives us a time frame.
Much clearer. And specific changes, new housing areas, more shops.
And crucially, it links those changes to an effect, which makes it feel less traditional than before. That shows understanding. It's using comparison then versus now to explain the change.
So using timelines, explaining cause and effect, making comparisons that adds valuable context?
Absolutely. It moves beyond just listing changes to explaining their significance.
Right. Last one, question 9. Are there good transportation links to your town? Band 5. Bus comes every hour. Go city.
Short, sharp sentences.
Like a telegram, we get the basic fact, an hourly bus to the city, but nothing else. Is it reliable? Are there other options?
No sense of overall convenience or limitations. Very minimal information again.
Okay, and the Band 8-9 answer to round us out. There is an hourly bus that goes directly to the nearby city, which is quite convenient. However, during weekends and late nights, the service is limited.
Ah, much more complete. Confirms the hourly bus, evaluates it quite convenient.
But then adds the important caveat.
Exactly. However, limited It acknowledges the downside, the limitations on weekends and late nights. That makes it feel realistic and balanced.
And the sentence structure is just smoother? It flows better?
It does. It shows better sentence fluency and a more nuanced perspective.
So looking back across all these examples, the difference is pretty stark, isn't it?
It really is. The Band 5 answers consistently lack detail. They're often grammatically awkward, vague.
Disjointed.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas the Band 8-9 answers are specific, grammatically sound, they use richer language, provide examples,
Yeah.
structure thoughts logically.
They just feel much more complete and, well, engaging.
Totally. They communicate far more effectively.
And that's really the key takeaway for you, listening. Understanding why these Band 8-9 answers work better isn't just about passing a test or acing an interview.
No, not at all.
It's about improving how you communicate, well, everywhere.
Yeah.
Explaining something at work, telling a story to a friend, even writing an email.
These principles being clear, specific, descriptive, structuring your thoughts, they apply across the board. They help you get your point across and connect with people.
Makes your message land with more impact.
Precisely. Which leads to maybe a final thought for you to mull over.
Okay.
Think about a time recently when maybe you felt you didn't quite get an idea across as well as you wanted to. Could be anything. Now, thinking about what we've just discussed, the specifics, the descriptions, the structure, how might you have approached that differently? Could adding a concrete example, or maybe just phrasing something more clearly, have changed how it was received? Something to think about.